of salt in the tears. Obviously, the more salt, you know, what happens when you open your eyes in the ocean? Your eyes burn. It doesn't feel good. So it's the body's lack of compensation. In other words, you have salt in your tears, just like you have salt in your sweat. But the tear film or the glands will actually compensate for that by adding lipids or mucin, something that offsets the salt. So if you have an imbalance of osmolarity, it means you have a dry eye problem. So what we've developed is a lab-on-a-chip technology, and we have a polymer chip with medical-grade gold, and we actually take 50 nanoliters of tears. They wick up automatically. It detects when you have the right sample, and we use an electronic pulse to test the osmolarity in the tear film. So here's how it works. We just put the test card on the pen. Green light means go. It's a single-use disposable. If you try and reuse it, you won't get a green light. But from this point, you have 2 minutes to take the sample. If it times out and the green light disappears, you can just put it back on. You've got another 2 minutes. So, but if you do a sample, you've got 40 seconds to get it on here and get your diagnosis. If you miss that, you're done. You got to use another test card. So, all right. So, who wants to go first? Can I test you?
I want you to do it on mine because I'm having a lot of problems with my eyes.
Okay.
I have these eyes tearing, so I don't know.
Well, we'll see what's
This
going
side's
on.
more dry.
Typically, it's easier if you take a seat. Do we have a chair that we can have?
There's a yoga position for a chair.
Well, work your core while we're doing this. Now, everybody disappeared on me.
I do yoga all the time.
Do you? Okay. Oh, we do a little exercise. Okay. Typically, I have the patient tilt their head back a little bit, and then tilt towards me.
And look up.
Tilt a little bit towards here.
Tilt toward the right.
This way. There you go. You want to try and pull the tears in the corner. It makes it easier to get the sample. So look, blink 3 times, look away, and open wide. So the easiest way to do this is I take my hand and I anchor on the patient's cheek. I'm just going to come down right on the lower eyelid and get my sample. If you go in freehand, you're more in danger of poking the eye.
Right.
And particularly if you're unfamiliar and you're nervous, you know, if you anchor it on the cheek and you pivot down, it makes it very easy to get a sample that way. So let me just dock it. I'm sorry.
Osmolarity.
Yeah, these numbers have to match. 3 and 10. On top of the test card and on the display, they have to match. So we take our arrow and bring it up to 10, and then we click OK. Sorry. Now 301 is a borderline mild dry eye, but this is a bilateral test, so we do have to check the other eye, because you're always going to treat off the higher number. Because there are 2 indicators for dry eyes. One is above the 300 range, and another is a great variability or difference between the 2 eyes. So the second reading is really critical to find out what's going on. So we'll do it again, same routine. Tilt towards here, look away, blink 3 times, and open wide. Again, I'm anchoring on the cheek and pivoting down. If I don't get it right away, I kind of rub on the lower eyelid. This eye looks very dry. Keep rubbing. Okay. Notice I didn't go in and out. If you go in and out and you do what we call a peck, you could get a false reading. You okay?
Yeah.
A little irritated?
Scratchy.
Okay, sorry.
Very dry eyes. This eye is wet, but I think it's reactive.
Well, yeah. What you'll find is there's no way to pinpoint which eye, because it'll go back and forth. Again, I brought the number up, 303. So you're showing a mild dry eye, but I bet if we took it again, it may show more variability. Have you taken any drops?
No, I put some drop this. My eyes have been bothering me all morning, especially the left.
So what kind of drops did you put in?
No, I haven't put any artificial tears.
Okay.
I put Dex about 15 minutes ago.
Well, that could affect it.
Is that right?
Yeah. We will want at least 15 minutes from any drop. From tears or stasis or more of a therapy drop, you want at least 2 hours separation. So that's why your number could be artificially lower. Toverdex would affect that. So
there's actually a bill for this because I have insurance. I have dry eyes, make a super bill, and it's billed for it, and they make it a test case.
What insurance do you have?
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Okay. Independent?
Don't know.
There's different blues, believe it or not.
I know.
I know Highmark Blue Cross is reimbursing.